Alright, welcome to Let's Play WoW. I'm Bill Snodgrass, and today we are on the mains. We're on Fuller and Eliz. We're going to just do a couple of world quests, and today's episode I'm going to talk about some of my bar add-ons. I'm going to talk about some bar add-ons. We are going to do some world quests. We are over in this area that near it's Watchman's Rise is the place. There's a bunch of world quests around here. There's a couple of assassination quests, which are pretty easy. Go down here and knock off some dude, some head watcher. There's also a war thing going on in this area, a war campaign. So trying to repel some horde attacks. So that's what we're going to try to do today. So here we go. Let's get started. One of the things I've been working a lot on is trying to get the user interface set up in a way that is just as convenient and comfortable as possible. And so I continue to work on that. I've got a couple of things in mind I want to try to do. This is really kind of cluttered down here. There are all the extra action buttons, and then there's other buttons that pop up in the middle sometimes, zone buttons. So I'm going to try to work on cleaning these things up as we go.
The Falcons here are under the Witch's curse. I wish there was a way to save them, but they're too far gone. These onions should help you deal with them.
That's this one up here. We're going to go do this one first. Smelly onions, that's kind of easy.
Slaying that target will demoralize the horde. Show them that defeat is inevitable.
And I believe this is going to be the arrow to that dude. This is the dude we're looking for right here. And there's his dot, just appeared. He's on the bridge. Is that him? Why, there he is.
I don't have a target.
I'm stunned. Let's get busy. That's annoying me. Barely touching. It's gonna go a while. The two button bars that I use to talk about today is one of them is AutoBar and the other is Button Forge. Glad I hit that. I was talking. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a few minutes. I'm gonna have to keep him bubbled up. Stay over
Well done.
Wow.
I am glad you are by our side.
Thankfully, those other people showed up, or this would have been a very, very, very long video. Let's go throw some onions. So, AutoBar. AutoBar is an add-on. I got it really one of the earliest add-ons I ever picked up. And what is that gong sound? That usually means your quest log is full, but I don't think that's the case. Anyway, it seems to have given me the quest. So AutoBar goes into your spell book, and it goes into your professions book, and it goes into your backpack, and it finds all the things that you could click on and puts them into the bar automatically. So the bars on the different characters come up dependent on what their professions are and what their skills are. I've never really done a whole lot with it besides just turn it on until the other day. It comes up with two bars. One is the basic bar, and then there's another bar that defaults up is called the extras bar. And so the extras bar, I took all the buttons off the extras bar and put them on the basic bar, so now all my buttons are on one bar, and I just shoved it up at the top. I also use Tighten the frame thing, so there's that. And it's really been a very handy invalid target. It's been a very handy over the years way of getting things up easily. It puts all your hearthing things into one, so tabards that will teleport you. Anything that you have in your bag that you can cast it throws it in there. Professions comes up on a bar, so whatever your professions are, and they will rotate through. Like, so this button is used. The last thing I use always goes to the top. So if I want to do blacksmithing, I just do Shift G. You can hotkey those buttons as well. AutoBar, I have always really appreciated it. Question is, does this count for both characters? It does. It does count for both characters. And is it in range? It is not. Now this is one of the cases where dual boxing is very helpful, because I can get two people can do this at the same time. Not always the case. Sometimes they each have to do it. Oh, there's one coming right there. And got it. Let's see if it's coming this way. Four more. We haven't been attacked by bad guys yet. Oh, I got that one. How can that be too far away? Oh, I missed
We need to
it.
get closer.
Somebody's gonna attack us now. And you can somehow loot these guys if you happen to need whatever it is they drop. This guy is spellbound. There's one coming. A smelly solution. A smelly solution. This was actually a quest in the storyline, and looks like I need a couple more of these. So WoW goals is Fuller managed to finish the Class Hall quest in Legion. That was
May your spirits fly free forever.
All right, so the other button add-on I want to talk about is this one. This is called Button Forge, and Button Forge is it doesn't automatically do anything, but it allows you to create button bars, and that's one of the things I'm really experimenting with a lot. I've been putting a lot of things that I use regularly over in here, and then so I created, using Button Forge, I created another set of buttons that I can put things on. And so I got all my mounts that I use, various situational mounts. This is the transmog mount, the tundra mount. This is a flying mount if I happen to be in a place where I can fly. Ground mount. This is the rocket that I just gotten tired of the noise that the rocket makes, and so I've gone to using the horses. Just the aesthetic is more pleasing to me. So in order to operate this, Button Forge, it's an add-on, they give you a button. You can type a command, you can just click it, and then when you hit the Button Forge button, there's the create bar, and then you can create a bar anywhere you want on your screen that's any size or shape that you want it to be. You can drop macros in here. Now there are a few spells that will not work out of this bar. I haven't figured out why yet. And if you decide you don't want it, there's this is pretty fun. You can just spend hours blowing up your bars. So I've written a macro called target, which is very simple. But I was farming some cloth on one of my lower level characters, and as I was just running around, I would just keep clicking the target button, and then on that character they had an instant cast while you're moving. It was actually a disc priest, so I had Shadow Milk. And you say, well, why don't you just put them down here? I do a lot of mouse looking to see, like, what's the range of that? What is that thing? Also, I use move anything, and I move my tooltips so that they're not over here, so they're in a different place. So there's that guy again. So with Button Forge, you can put your buttons wherever you want, and so I've put these buttons on this bar that I'm kind of calling the 911 bar. I'm building this on characters as I go. If this is like when you're in the middle of a fight and you're doing things, I just hit these. These are the defensive buttons, which I have them down here. But in order to activate these hotkeys, 7890 tilde and equal sign, I have to take my hand off the mouse. So it's either I take my hand off the mouse or use the mouse to click, and I'm trying this use the mouse to click. So that is what Button Forge does. AutoBar, Button Forge, those are the button things. WoW goals I'm working on is I'm trying to get exalted with Proudmoore. I want to create a Colteran. Actually, I have a warrior I want to try to race change to Colteran. So I'm working on those reputation points there. Back in Legion, I have to get revered with all the factions, and that's one of my Legion objectives I'm working on there. I made my mage into a tailor, and so I'm trying to get there's a 30 slot bag that I'm trying to get it to the point where she learns. So she's got a couple more days on the cooldown, and then getting the mats for that is pretty ridiculous because you can they're soulbound, so she has to create them herself. So that's going to take a while. All right, I'm going to go find this other assassination quest. Up here it is, and it's a Order of Embers assassination coming up. Get some war resources, so we're going to do that next. But for now, we are going to call this one. We're going to call this one over, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully the conversation about the button bars was a little bit interesting and helpful. Hopefully you can make use of those if you're just trying to work on your user interface, and also move anything. It's kind of complicated, but it'll allow you to move things around, put things where you want them, move your unit frames, move pop-up things, all kinds of things you can move. Pretty much anything on the screen can be moved. So that's it from Fuller and Eliz. working on those dailies. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next episode.